Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the bias predictor. I'm going to do a little bit of a tutorial on it, right? This bias predictor can definitely 100% be used as a complementary product with my mentorship, right? The trusted trading education company, right? FinServe Corp has been there since COVID. We were one of the very first trading companies, along with WWA and a few others, and Phantom also, I guess, right? And the only difference is I didn't really market myself much back in the day. It was only on Instagram. All right. Okay. So now I'm going to highlight the importance of the bias predictor for you. Okay. The bias predictor, as you all know by now, is something or is a tool that uses algorithmic principles to determine what the bias is going to be for the New York session. Okay, it's going to determine what the bias is going to be for the New York session for any and all asset classes under the US regulatory framework. Okay, now why it's important is that it can be used as a confluence tool for your trading. For example, if you're going long and the bias predictor says, okay, go long, right? You now have that added advantage of, okay, you know what? Based on algorithmic principles that are mechanical by nature, right? It's objective. It's coded into the system. Yeah. Therefore, there is no room for subjectivity. It's mathematical, it's quantifiable, right? So you can use that as a confirmation tool for you to go long or for you to go short. And by having the insights, right? By having the insights of what the bias is going to be way ahead of all of the traders going to trade the New York session, you definitely have a competitive advantage. Okay, you definitely have a competitive advantage. Now, the purpose of the bias predictor, right? What it does, as I just mentioned, it's going to output the bias, and it's going to output the bias of any asset class under the US regulatory framework. The bias is going to be output by 4:30 a.m. EST. Okay, 4:30 a.m. EST. Now, while I can't go into the details of how the bias is derived, all I can tell you is that I am using doubling theory to do it. Okay, I am using doubling theory to do it. And trust me when I say it's going to give you a competitive advantage. Trust me, because now look at this. If I take you back to, let's say here, 4:30, right there. Okay, and now let's get the bias. Okay, let's get the bias. Look, the bias predictor at this time is saying that the New York session is going to be bearish, right? So the preliminary condition or the preliminary qualifier to say that, okay, you know what, New York session was indeed bearish, was if price closes bearish by 10 a.m. EST relative to 7:30 a.m. EST. Okay, what's the qualifying condition for success? Price closes above 7:30 a.m. EST open by 10 a.m. EST. Price closes below 7:30 a.m. EST open by 10 a.m. EST, right? This is for bearish. This is for bullish. Okay, bearish and bullish. This is the qualifying condition that will tell you that, okay, you know what, we are going to go long, we're going to go short, and this is the condition to say that, okay, you know what, the predictor was right. Okay, now here's a step-by-step guide on how you can use the bias predictor. All right, so number one, so let me show it to you. Number one, you're going to get access to the bias predictor, right? So if you are a mentorship student of mine, okay, if you are a mentorship student of mine, you are going to get the bias predictor for free for as long as you are a part of the mentorship. Okay, for as long as you are part of our private community, you will be getting the predictors for free. Anything that we come up with, you are going to get it for free. Okay, you are going to get it for free, right? So the first step into using the bias predictor is, number one, buy the service or join the mentorship And then once you get access to it, you're going to go here, indicators, invite only, and you are going to get your bias predictor here. Okay, this is the bias predictor that you're going to use. At the same time, we have the price action predictor, but that's for another video. All right, get the bias predictor, click on it, and you will see that by 4:30 a.m. EST every single day, you are going to get a bias for whatever asset class that you're trading. Okay, for whatever asset class that you are trading, right? Now let's say that we have a hypothetical scenario, right? So let's say it is 4:30 a.m. EST and the bias is, okay, session bullish, right? Let's say it's session bullish, but by 4:30, right, this is where price is. So by 4:30 you have price somewhere up here, and it's saying, okay, session bullish, right? Your bullish POI is all the way down here. Okay, your bullish POI is all the way down here, and then you will see that during the New York session, price obviously has to go down to go up. Yeah, so you will note that price is gonna start smashing lower, and if it starts to smash lower, you are then going to start to doubt the prediction. Okay, you are then going to start to doubt the prediction. Now for us to be bullish, we need to come off of a bullish POI. So when price goes down into that here, you are gonna go long. Get your confirmation, use the indication that the session is bullish, and you can go long. Okay, now you might have a question whereby you say that, okay, what if between 7:30 and 10 price closes bearish but it says it's bullish? Okay, then we have a second qualifying condition. Okay, the second qualifying condition is that price must close bullish by 2 p.m. EST. Okay, price must close bullish by 2 p.m. EST, and if it does so, then the prediction was correct, because then it tells you that the entire New York session was indeed bullish. Okay, was indeed bullish, right? So I hope you guys understood that. Now what about this? What about this now? If by 4:30 price is here, okay, and we have the New York open at 7:30 there, okay, but we're actually looking for trades by 8:30. So whatever floats your boat, you can add your own trading model. That's up to you, right? So over here between this interval of time, you are letting price do whatever it wants, right? So just something like that, and now it's 8:30, right? So by 8:30 you want to see, right, by 8:30 you want to see whether price does what? You want to see whether price goes to your bullish POI, right? So if it does that, it starts to shift, then you can go long, right? Because we are at a higher time frame bullish POI, session is bullish as per the bias predictor, I can go long, and that's how it works. Now the same is true for the opposite, right? The same is true for the opposite. So but what do I mean by that? I mean it in this regard. So look at this. Let's say that's 4:30, this is 8:30, and this is 2 o'clock, right? Let's say that the session is bearish. Okay, session is bearish, but price is doing this. It's going down already. Yeah, it's going down, and your bearish POI, let's assume it's 200 pips away. Yeah, let's assume it's 200 pips away. So we need to sell off from that bearish POI for this bearish session bias to be true. Okay, so you see how price must meet time. The bias prediction is derived through time calculations. Okay, through calculations of time, that is how the predictions are derived. Okay, you are gonna go long until there, and once or if price reaches this point, you can go short. Okay, so you have that confirmation that you want to go short at the bearish POI. No need to think twice, no need to think thrice. You can go short and enjoy the move. All right. I'm not sure if you can hear my dogs barking. I'm sorry about that. They just can't keep their mouth shut. All right. Okay, now look, Today, what do we have? Today we have a bearish bias. There you go. Okay, we have a bearish bias, and there we go. Okay, all right. Okay, now let's take a look at a few days, right? Let's just go back test mode a bit, replay mode a bit. Let's go to this week's price action. All right, and let's take a look at what and how price was delivered. Okay, so on the 17th of July, the bias that was predicted was bullish. Okay, now if you observe price, look at what happened. See how it's just dropping, right? It's dropping. So 7:30, that's the actual open, it starts to drop. Why? Because there's liquidity, it needs to go down to go up, it needs to find a bullish POI and all of that good stuff, right? So once it finds that, this is the result. See, it finds a bullish POI and then it starts to slowly go up. Okay, the next day, let's see what it does. Okay, now over here it says session bearish, right? For us to have a bearish session, price must find a bearish POI to sell from. So you can see we cleared all these highs. Where is the next possible POI? It's going to be all the way somewhere to the left, right? So if it's going to be somewhere to the left and price still hasn't gotten it, or if price still hasn't gotten to that point, then we are going to seek longs. See? All right. Let's see the next day. This would be the 19th, I guess. Yeah, the 19th of July. Okay, over here we're having a bearish POI again. Okay, the bearish POI. A bearish POI meaning it's going to be a bearish session. That's what I meant. Equal highs, right? We have equal highs, all that good stuff. Here, this is where my red line is. This red line over here, that is the bearish level that I'm looking at. Okay, so watch. Okay, consider this. Here is 7:30 where my cursor is down there. Price goes up, finds a bearish POI here, sells off. Okay, you can take part in this sell. You call it a day, right? Here, next day, that would be today's price action. So watch closely and you can look right. So see, it does go down, but that's where the ultimate level is. Over here also bearish session for today. Price is selling off because it found a higher time frame level somewhere here, and now we are looking to see whether we can buy for price to go just a bit higher. Alright guys, okay, so with that said, right, like I mentioned earlier, the bias predictor complements our existing mentorship program. Okay, it offers everyone the opportunity to get in the marketplace, to go and get in their longs with confidence, and to literally remove the doubt that they have within them when they're taking a trade. Bias predictor says buy, bullish indications are there, I'm going to go long. Bias predictor says sell, bearish predictor, bias predictor says sell, bearish signatures in price are present, I can go short. That's right, that's the way it is. All right, so what I'll do is I'll most likely create a MyFX book, right, and I will showcase trades on that, or I'll showcase the growth of an account solely by using my bias predictor. All right, so with that said guys, I hope you guys enjoy the bias predictor. For those that want to go come and buy it, if you're gonna come and ask me for the bias predictor after watching this video, you will be getting 40% off lifetime for your bias predictor. All right, so with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck and good trading. Bye bye.